In the questions, the way she ends the question is, I'm afraid of becoming nobody. I'm afraid of not getting special attention. Both are there. The so-called attention, it is necessary to get attention, because it's one of the key point. Everyone is looking for some kind of attention. That kind of sense of being existing. I am there, excuse me, I am also here. I am also here. But the existence also asking the same thing. Excuse me, we are all here. Put it other way. We want to withdraw ourselves from the totality and create this so-called myself. This myself is possible only by separating from the total. This is important to know. Self-realization or finding yourself. When you find yourself, you will realize there is nothing there which you can claim as you. That is the foundation of being one, oneness, achieving the oneness. We are misled. Finding yourself means you will find you as something. This is me, who is having a supreme special connection with the so-called God, special internet connection, separate from others. This is me. I want to find myself. We may not know the so-called myself or the true myself is a claim of the whole as me, the whole cosmic as me. If I claim the so-called body is myself, I am claiming finito. I am claiming mortal. Isn't it? This body is a mortal body. This me is, end. There's an end for the so-called me. In the name of finding myself, I withdraw myself from everyone, from everything, and creating this me, and nothing but me. This me is spiritual. This me is ecological, or this me is loving, kind. No matter what it is, we want to create this me, or we want to glorify this me. By the time I create this me, this creation is only possible by creating what is not me. That is rest of the world. By the time I create me, the tree is there. This world is there. And you are there. By creating me, I am not only creating me, but also I am creating my opposite. By dissolving me, not only I am dissolving, but also I am dissolving the opposite. This me is possible in only comparison with what I created as opposite. Isn't it? By the time I claim this is me, immediately I created you also. This is also one of the core of this teaching. The life without the secondary. This so-called I need to be contained, the whole. Do you understand? By the time I stand outside and observe, and I observe that, and 7 billion people are trying to observe each other. We also treat each other as stranger. Attention, yes. More and more I separate me, more and more the separated me also need to have attention to exist as separate. This separation need to be acknowledged. Do you understand? The separation need to be acknowledged. By the time you claim that you are something, you also need others' acknowledgement to make that you real. Where the need of acknowledgement, acceptance, appreciation, attention comes. Do you understand? If I want, one is I am singing, other one is I am recognizing myself as a singer. When I sing in the shower, I don't have any issue. But because I am just singing. But by the time I identify myself as a singer, I want to have audience to acknowledge me as a singer. When I am dancing, I am just dancing. Like a child. You play music to child, the child just dance. Isn't it? Any children. You put some music, they dance. They are not dancing according to something. By the time you danced correct according to something, you are not dancing, you are pretending. It's a drama itself, which already has a rehearsal, already has a reference to refer with. When you play music, this music enter into me. This music flow through me. This music makes me to move in different ways. Maybe it's moving little or moving higher. It can move me in different ways. It moves different energies inside of me. Or my toes, or my whole body. Do you understand? Whole body is moving. But when we play music, when everyone dance exactly same, express exactly same, then music is not moving. The conditions which we trained, conditions which we adopted, how we supposed to move to this particular music is moving. Otherwise, if you are not moving according to that condition, they may say you are not dancing good. You are not dancing right. There's nothing called dancing right, because you can't dance right because you can't dance wrong. It's important to understand. Can you say, wow, she is crying right? She is crying right. She is laughing right. 3 times you had to say, ha ha ha. Do you understand? For this particular joke, you had to say, ha 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 3 times. She is laughing right, correct, according to the norms. She is crying correct. If something happened to a brother, you cry differently, tone. Something happened to a dog, you cry differently. Do you understand? It doesn't exist like this. Same way, the music also. You can't dance correct because you can't dance wrong. The way you allow the music. But when you want acknowledged, when you identify yourself as a dancer, naturally this dancer need to be acknowledged by others, identified by others. Because unless someone is acknowledging you as a dancer, you are not a dancer. Because now you are not talking about the dance as an expression, you are claiming a dancer as an identity, a person. He is a dancer. This dancer needs to be acknowledged, appreciated, accepted. So the dancer follows certain norms that he is correct according to those norms. The singer follows certain norms. He is singing correct according to those norms. The reference. By the time you are correct according to norms, you are not you anymore. Now you can say, I don't want to follow any norms. This normally we hear, particularly in the spiritual field. People say, I am on my own, I want to follow myself, I don't want to follow anyone. Even that is the worst thing, because what you claim as you is already a reference. We picked so many pieces from here and there. What is comfortable to us, we claim this is me. What is not comfortable is not me. We created this beautiful me. What we claim as me already is the outcome of so many references, thousands and thousands of years of domestications. And following the references, already we have created a kind of standard reference within us. What we claim as me is not necessarily me. By the time I create this me, I am correct according to the reference of those norms. When I say don't follow anything, it's important to know don't follow you also. This is very important. It may be very, very confronting when everyone is asking you to follow yourself. I am saying don't do that. Don't follow anyone. including yourself. Because the so-called you which you claim is already is not you. Already we are the outcome of how the whole humanity is raised us for thousands of years. But our mind, our ego, don't want to recognize this. My very foundation of perception, my very foundation of standing point is already referred with what is right and what is wrong. Religiously, culturally, politically, spiritually, everything is defined and manipulated. It is not wrong at all. But claiming that as me is a question, because now you are trying to conclude this is me. By the time you conclude this is me, the flower is dead. The flower becomes plastic. Only plastic flower can be concluded. The garden, only plastic garden can be concluded, defined. When the garden is natural, there's no any conclusion. It's only evolution is there. It's keep on evolving, keep on transforming, keep on rediscovering again and again, reforming. These reforms are very, very important. It's constantly transforming. But by the time we form it, we claim this is me. Now I am also declaring I am not growing anymore. By the time I claim this is me, this is who I am concretizing myself. Or I can say I am plastifying myself. We conform everything. And we try to communicate, relate between those conformations. When we try to relate between conformations, it's like we are trying to let the ice cubes to flow. Ice cubes cannot flow. They get stuck with each other. They are in conflict. You can see when you put, a heap of ice cubes, never flow unless it gets melt, unless it loses its form, unless it's deconform. So what you need is not confirmation. What you need is a deconfirmation. Whatever is confirmed, as you do everything to deconfirm that. The issue need to be understood very clearly. We say society conform me. So I react, I don't agree with those confirmation. My family conforms me. My religion conforms me. My society conforms me. I'm rebel. I don't agree with those confirmations. But unconsciously, we ourselves conform. This is me, one who against those confirmations, and I conform myself. Then the conflict comes between these two confirmation. What I confirmed as me, what I claim it is not me. Are you able to follow? It's important to recognize this. Now the questions comes, move into the identity, the need of the identity, afraid of being left alone. When we any kind of identity, whether it's good or bad, through this identity we create future. Every identity have its own future plan. Every identity is expressed. How I identify myself, I don't keep quiet. I decorate myself with those identity. Through the furniture, through the car, through the pictures, through my food habit, through my music, through my dress. The way I identify myself, this identity is expressed through my attitude, my appearance, my desires. My attitude, appearance and desires are performing my identity. And through this performance, I am creating my world. Through repeating certain patterns, I am creating my reality. If I identify myself as a football player, I dress like a football player. Or even as a football fan, I may put the posters of football players on the wall. I may go to football games. I talk about it. I meet other fans who also identify themselves as football fans. The foundation of this relationship is my identity. How I identify myself. So, but tomorrow, if I dropped football, I changed into tennis. I changed the pictures of the football player. I put the tennis player picture. Instead of going to football game, I go to tennis game, tennis match. The friends also changing. Any identification I have, I perform this identification. Through this performance, I communicate. I create my reality. My realities belongs to my identity. Because not only me identify with that, but there are more people who also have the same identification. And we become friends. Do you understand? And we create our own reality, our own future plans also. When you transform, your reality will transform. The people in your life need to transform or will change. Do you understand? The people need to go, new people enter, or existing people need to change. And your future plans will change. That's what the fear comes, because we have created this idea about myself. Suddenly we got stuck with this idea. It's not moving. But if I let go of this so-called identity, then I have nothing to hold on, because I'm afraid I'm left alone. See? I'm afraid I'm left alone. Suddenly I feel, what will happen without this identity? Without me hang on or hold on something, what will happen? Because I don't have a future plan. Can you say your very strong future plan, well planned, well secured future, is the only enemy to your enlightenment? Because the security will not allow you to transform, because you secured, you confirmed, you planned everything is carefully, that I am going to be like this forever. This is me. So when you transform, means your identity is transforming, means your reality is transforming, means people who are part of that reality also changing, part of your old reality is changing, means your future plans also changing.